Hi guys, welcome back to the Clutter Eliminators. Today we're going to be eliminating the clutter out of our purse. Let's face it, our purses can be a black hole for all kinds of clutter. For receipts, for trash, for our kids' items, our gum wrappers, just random everyday items that really shouldn't be in a purse. So don't feel bad. We've all been there, or we are all there. And there are some simple steps that you can take to help you get your bag clutter free. So let's dive in and tackle that purse clutter. The first thing you're going to want to do, grab your purse, and you're going to want to empty everything out of your purse. Your wallet, your keys, your gum wrappers, your trash, everything that you have, and start with a completely clean or completely new, if you needed a new purse, bag. Okay, this is my bag. So empty out all of that clutter. Okay, start on a flat surface, dump everything out of your bag, and it's okay because we are going to organize it and we're going to fix it together. So let's take some time to identify what common culprits for clutter that there are lurking inside your bag. Maybe broken pens, expired coupons, kids' toys, excessive makeup, old receipts that need to be filed away. These are all items that very well you may need to keep or you may still use, but have gotten out of control or simply are just unorganized and where they're supposed to be that need to be taken care of. The reason we're starting fresh by dumping everything out of our bag is that it makes the organization process a little bit easier. You can see your empty bag, you can evaluate your space, you can identify the categories that you keep and use on a daily basis from your purse, which you can really see the amount of clutter right in front of you that was in your purse, and it can feel like a very freeing process. So after you've got everything laid out and you can see everything and your purse is empty and clear, now it's time to sort and organize. As we sort and organize, we're going to make 3 piles. We're going to have a keep, things that we need to keep inside of our purse, our trash pile, and then our relocate pile. So things you still want to keep that are still necessary, maybe that extra tube of lipstick or those old receipts or those coupons or whatever that may be, and set that in a different pile because we're going to need to put that away in its right and proper place. So you're looking for things that you can put into these categories. These categories will help us clear out the unnecessary items and see what organization solutions you'll need, which is going to be our next step. You're going to want to toss all of the trash immediately. These will be things like gum wrappers, expired items, broken things, old receipts, anything that's just clear, utter trash. Just go ahead and toss that in the bin. This is the easiest step of decluttering and organizing, I think. Just eliminating the trash and the things that we know we don't need or we're not going to use is probably the easiest place that there is to declutter. It's also very visually stimulating. So as you're throwing something away or as you're getting rid of something, it kind of gets those endorphins going and that cortisol level going that makes you feel more at ease and more excited about clearing out something. Next, we're going to identify our essentials. Obviously, things like our phone, our wallet, our keys, maybe our lip balm, our nail clippers, whatever it is that you keep in your purse on a regular basis. I usually have keys, a wallet, my gum, my phone, a medicine bag, maybe a hand lotion, and a lip balm. Just very key essentials. These are items you're probably going to use on a daily basis when you're out of the house, maybe at work, at school, shopping, whatever the case may be. but the things that you use regularly out of your purse. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do some kind of organizing or organizing pouches, okay? I personally, this is straight from my purse, I found these on Amazon. I believe I got like 3 of them for like $8.99. They clasp like this, okay? So I use this one for my medicine. I have kiddos, so we go to the park, bee sting, little tablets. I have like cortisone cream, some Band-Aids, some Tylenol, just different things that I might use on a regular basis if we're maybe at the zoo or out on a shopping trip. But I find these really good to organize. So I might have one for medicine. I may have one for maybe my makeup. So if maybe you work and you're out of the house for a while and you like to freshen up, maybe your compact, your lipstick goes in here, maybe a mini hairbrush. And they do have different sizes as well. And they're very easy to clean. They're like this faux leather. And again, I love the little cinch, so I don't have to unzip it. I can just grab it one-handed, open it, and ready to go. So these are great for organization. They do come in a set of different colors. I like that because I know my gray one is my medicine bag. The purple one, maybe my makeup. However you want to organize it, but these are really good pouches to use. Also for your tech accessories, maybe like your earbuds or your charger, first aid kit. This would make a nice little first aid kit. They'll just help you when you get them in certain colors, will help you know the color. It'll associate it with that type of item, and then you can grab it out of your purse without aimlessly trying to dig and find the right item in the bottom of your bag. So let's take a minute to view some of the benefits of minimizing clutter in your bag. We're all guilty of having these things in our purse. Most of the things that were in my purse before I decluttered, I never used. Or it was a rock that my kids had given me or something that didn't belong in there. So that would lead when we're at a store and we're walking through the parking lot and I've got my 3 kiddos and I'm digging through my bag trying to find my keys and it's in the bottom with all of this other mess. It felt so stressful and so chaotic. So by having everything organized and in these little pouches and then a certain place for my keys only, that made it so much easier to be able to grab the particular item that I'm looking for, which made my shopping and outing experiences much more manageable and enjoyable. Next, let's look at limiting and maintaining our clutter. So you're going to need to set important rules for your success in decluttering. This rule is only the essentials stay. The best way to declutter your bag and to keep your bag decluttered is by keeping those things you're using in your bag and always continuing to take out the things that you're not using. So when I get home from a shopping trip and I know there's trash in my purse, it only takes a couple of seconds to grab that trash out, toss it in the trash can, and move on. Or never even put it in my purse. Sometimes I'll put it in our bag when we're done having lunch or something like that to throw it away. Next, you're going to want to do a weekly purse check-in. You're going to remove unnecessary buildup before it becomes too cluttered. This step's going to help you in the very essentially not to feel like you constantly have to start from scratch. Okay, nothing is worse than decluttering something to come back like a month later and it's back to the original state that it was in. Okay, we should always be making improvements and making progress. Not perfection, but progress, like we talked about in our last video. Another great tip for maintaining clutter is evaluate your bag size. So once I've dumped everything out and I've organized it in my little pouches, I look and see, am I carrying too big of a bag? So allows me to throw more things in without me noticing? Is my bag too small and it's too cramped and I can't find anything still? And so sometimes you need to evaluate your purse size and go with what really works for you, whether that's downsizing or whether you're like work away from home, so your tablet or a book goes in there and you need a little bit bigger of a space. So you definitely want to have the right space for the essentials so clutter doesn't slip back in. Next, you're going to do the final touches. Okay, so now as we wrap up and we set back and we look at our purse, everything should be neat. Everything should be organized. We should know exactly where to go for each item. To open your purse now shouldn't feel like a dreaded task. Okay, like we talked about with the car keys and 3 small kids in a parking lot trying to search for those keys. I shouldn't have that. I shouldn't need to have that extra stress, that extra overwhelm in my life. So by eliminating these tiny little things that feel like nothing, it really does impact our stress level. Knowing you have to go in your bag to find your nail clippers because your kid has a hangnail shouldn't feel like a struggle. It shouldn't be a daunting task. As we know, there's more space, there is more opportunities for clutter, so we've downsized, we have the right bag, we know where our things are, and now everything has a place and everything is easy access. So thanks for watching today's video. I hope you liked today's video. If this has helped you and you feel encouraged to get your bag organized and working for you, so go give this method a try. Feel free to drop your purse clutter struggles in the comments below. I'll try to look at those and answer any questions that you guys may have about decluttering your purse. If you liked today's video, again, make sure that you hit that like button, you hit subscribe, so you can get all of our future videos to our channel and all of our little clutter eliminators as we go. So happy decluttering!
You got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between.